and welcome back to Bunnex Investment Group. In this video, I'm going to give you one of the most powerful trading strategies which actually uses the high of wick and the low of wick, of course. So in this video, we are going to learn how to properly get the high or low of wick. You are going to require all the rules that I'm going to provide you, and this video is going to be much more on the charts rather than on the slides. This is a good strategy since it gives you entries every week across different pairs. Your frequency is going to be very good because it actually occurs almost every week on each and every pair. But this video is not for you if you are not disciplined, if you are not patient, as well as if you cannot follow rules. If you are not someone like that, please skip this video and find something else to watch. However, you need to take some notes to fully grasp the concept. All that I'm going to talk about cannot be taken easily without taking down some important notes. Whilst on that, join our free Signals Telegram channel. I'll leave the link in the description box below and we'll continue. So basically, the template that we are going to be following is this weekly cycle template. I understand that you may have ever seen this or have ever tried to use levels counting but found it subjective as well as difficult. But the properties that I'm going to define for each and every level are going to simplify how you view level 1, level 2, level 3 to reach the high of day, or basically to reach the high of week, or basically to reach the low of week. So at these points, after validation of these levels, you can actually trade or find or validate the high of week or low of week. So this video, as I've said earlier on, is going to be more on the charts rather than on the slides. Let's now delve over the charts. Alright, so basically we have these charts, and I'm sure if you have been following this channel for a long time, we have almost 400 plus uploads on this channel. You've seen that these are the indicators that I use, and you can as well get this template if you want for free. Just say hi on Telegram. All right, so basically what we are going to do is we have the 200 in white, the 50 in blue, and the 13 in red, 5 in yellow, like that. So how I am going to show you is how you are going to be doing it. So we can see that we have this particular point on the charts. This is a law that we can all see. Always try to find a 13 crossing a 50. That impulse is actually level 1. Whenever we see a 13 crossing a 50, we say level 1 has been issued. So this is the scenario that you are going to look for, a 13 crossing 50, and then we actually validate that as level 1. So after level 1, we expect to see level 2 to fulfill the template that we have seen. So level 2 must have a corresponding 200 crossing a 50. So like in this particular point, we can see there is a 200 crossing 50 here. So we had a 13 crossing 50, then we had a 200 crossing 50 here for level 2, and then for level 3 we need to see the market touching the 50 EMA, like in this case, right? It should be touching the 50 EMA, like in this case. Therefore, we would say level 1 is valid, level 2 is valid, and level 3 is valid. At the end of the cycle, we are going to look for either a head and shoulders pattern or an M pattern. Like in this case, we had shoulder, head, shoulder, like that. And after that, we could enter at the second shoulder. Some other people would love to enter at retest of the neckline, right? Which is something like this: break and retest of the neckline. But in my case, I love to use an M pattern. Let's now have another example so that it will be easy. We've said we need to see a 1350 and check it, right? Or validate. We had a 1350 here, and after that 1350 we had a 250, which was issued within the confusion or the consolidation. A corresponding 5200 cross was issued within this third level. And what do you see? Third level initiating from the 50, which is here, meaning that we had 3 levels. And what did we get? We got what we call an extended W pattern. First leg, then second leg. Whilst the TDI is telling us first leg here, second leg here, and then we can see a very beautiful impulse after a candle close above the 13 like this, right? Let's look at other points which could be difficult. We can see we had this particular price point from this point right to this zone. Then from there we had a corresponding 50, 200. Let me check box or check mark. We had 1, then we had 2, and then where did we get the bounce? The bounce was here, and the cycle was actually proper, and the cycle was actually correct and clean. This was the cycle to the upside. 1, 2, and 3, and an M pattern was issued. First leg, second leg, candle close below the 13 was issued here, and you can see the market dropped like something else. So basically that is how you will be actually trading. And if you want to automate how you are going to be trading, I have a very beautiful trading robot which you can as well have. This is called Stophunter Pro, and it is going for $249 once off payment. And you can see here's an example of how it actually plays out whilst we are actually starting from the 1st of September, which is the 1st of this month. So it is going to test for this particular month that we are in, and here are the entries. The risk per trade is going to be 2%. These are the inputs, 2% per each trade, and our initial deposit is going to be $10,000, and on that $10,000 we are going to start on the 1st right up to the time of recording this video, which is the 8th of September. So here are the entries that it took. Look at the balance. What is happening to the balance? That is what is very important. You can actually trade stress-free and emotion-free with such an a trading robot. And if you just have 249, you have this forever, and you can actually use it to pass prop firm challenges, as well as manage your own personal accounts and actually make money out of this particular beautiful trading too. So basically this is how, or these are the results where it actually made. So the end was actually at 10,497 in 1 week. So this was almost 5% in 1 week gain. So get your copy, use the link that I've left in the description box below, and I'll see you in the next one.